Jessie Woo, VBS. I just turn the water on. Big old flex. You never saw before. He's chasing me like waterfall.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome to another episode of Just a Couple Things, your favorite new podcast, all right? Make sure that you are subscribe, so you can get a notification every time there's a new episode of Just a Couple Things podcast that drops on every streaming platform, okay? Also, make sure that you give me a 5-star rating because I'm a 5-star biatch, okay? I only do 5 stars. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Of course, you see my podcast and so many other things right here on my YouTube channel. So anyway, welcome back to my Chanel for another episode of Just a Couple Things, y'all. Yes, Lord. How y'all doing? What's today's date? It is November 19th. Where did the year go? Where did this year go? This year went by so fast. And this year has been nothing but a hot mess. Like, I do not want to see Cat Williams near another microphone. 2025, keep that little short man away from every microphone, away from every couch. I don't want to hear nothing that man got to say. I feel like that man got on that podcast, top of the year, told us this year was up. He said it was up, and baby, it's been up all damn year. I'm tired. I am tired, okay? But how y'all doing? How was y'all weekend? Over the weekend, went to the White House. There was an event on Friday night celebrating Haitians at the White House, and I got to sing at the White House. Those of you guys who follow me on Instagram, I did put a video up there, and we'll make sure we have a snippet for you right here. But I did get to sing. I sang Pour le pays, pour les ancêtres. I sang the Haitian National Anthem, and then I sang the Star Spangled Banner. It was really great. I mean, I remember being a kid and like wanting to have like these types of moments. And the fact that I was able to have a moment like that is incredible. And I'm really, really thankful to the Haitian Bridge Alliance, to Galine Joseph, who's the president of the Haitian Bridge Alliance. It was a nice time. But I had like conflicted feelings while being in the White House. I think first and foremost, having Haitians at the White House on a Friday night, it just was not a good idea. It just was not a good idea. So if you know anything about DC, about office culture, period, like the White House has a very office culture. And 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. on Friday. Everybody's gone. Everybody's outside. Everybody's gone. So nobody that was important was there. Joe Biden wasn't there. Kamala Harris wasn't there. Karen Jean-Pierre, who is the press secretary to Joe Biden, who is Haitian, was not there. Back in September, I saw a friend of mine, Trell Thomas. He did the Black Excellence Brunch at the White House, and there was a sea of Black people on the South Lawn celebrating, and it was so amazing to see Joe Biden, Karen Jean-Pierre, these people who matter were there, and this was before the election, so they were really campaigning for the Black vote. And that was back in September. And I remember back in September was when all the stuff started happening about Haitians eating cats and dogs and eating people's pets because J.D. Vance said it. And then, his running mate, who he called America's Hitler, Trump also said it. And so, the Haitians all over the country, but specifically Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, were being harassed. There were bomb threats. There were all these different things happening. And I remember going to Trell and saying, Trell, do you think that the White House would do something with Haitians in mind? The election is coming up. all these things are being said about Haitians. Like, I think it would be so dope to flip this narrative and have like Joe Biden, Kamala, other people that are important in the Democratic Party eating Haitian food and having a celebration that not only celebrates Haitian food, but also celebrates very, very keynote Haitians in the community. And Trell was like, hell yeah. He was like, hell yeah. I think that they would do something like that. And so I made a pitch. For an event that would celebrate Haitians, the contributions of Haitians economically in the country. The statistics for what we do monetarily in this country are actually out of this world. And Mr. Easter helped me with my pitch, and I sent it to Trell within like 1 or 2 days. But anyway, in it, I pitched that honorees would be the Haitian Bridge Alliance. When Haitians were at the Texas border, it was the Haitian Bridge Alliance who was there first. And that was my first encounter with the organization and Galine Joseph. I pitched that other honorees would be Mackenzie Lapointe. So Mackenzie Lapointe is an attorney. I think he's an attorney general down in Florida, I believe. Maybe not attorney. I think I'm not saying it right. But he is the attorney that is set to go to trial with Trump if the DOJ doesn't throw out all his charges. But I pitched that he would be there. I pitched that Claudine Gay would be there. Claudine Gay is the first Black female president at Harvard University, and she is Haitian. Of course, I said Garcelle Beauvais, Michel Bouteau, of course, Karen Jean-Pierre. Like, I gave a lot of names, and of course, I gave names like Michael Braun, Paul Bebrun, Richelle, who I was really happy to see, Beijing, Naika. I gave like several, and of course, like different entertainers that I knew or comedians that I knew. But anyway, ultimately, the Haitian Bridge had already pitched something, and so since they already pitched it, they're stuck. And so I did like send names over, and I did also try to find sponsorship. So I went to Babankou. It was really hard getting in contact with Babankou, but by the time I did get in contact with Babankou, for those of you guys who don't know who Babankou is Haitian rum. It is our signature rum. Unfortunately, they weren't able to sponsor the event because right now, with the ports being on lockdown in Haiti, they're not able to get things inside or out of the country. The distillery is in Haiti, so they're not able to get none of that stuff, like bottles into the country to make the bottles, and they're not able to get the rum out. Like, it's really just it's a bad situation. But they told me, Jessie, like if in the future, if ever you want to do something and you need sponsorship, we just need like way more of an advance. But anyway, it wasn't my event, and although I did pitch, these people, they weren't there, and I think that it just sucked because, not having Karen Jean-Pierre there, but you got you got Karen the scammer there. You got Karen who literally stole from Haitian organizations, including kids in Haiti. Okay. Okay. You also, it's after the election, so there were no conversations that we could have to make our demands. Like, I think people really underestimate the Haitian community, but part of it is because we just don't know how to organize shit. Like, it's really just ridiculous. We just really don't know how to all march. It just comes across very much like, well, I'm gonna do this over here, you do this over there. Like, even at the event, like at the end, it just was so weird just watching people. I'm not gonna be in this picture. I'm not gonna be in this, and it's like, child, it's just so fucking weird. It's so weird. And I'm so above this shit. Like, it's so weird watching that, because our flag literally says Union fait la force. Like, their strength and unity. And y'all are down to the White House still doing this stupid shit. Okay. But yeah, Pastor Gregory Toussaint was there. It was good to meet him. And there was a lot of people there. It just was, there was no, like, there were a lot of people there, but nobody who has power. So we had a good time. We drank cremas and we had pate. The performances were good. There was nobody from Getty there. There were no journalists from big publications there. Look through the internet. There's no press around it. There was no impact. And I don't know. I think just for me moving forward, I'm just really interested in stuff that's going to be really impactful. So yeah, so that was my White House experience. It was good though. It was cute. It was a cute time. And I'm really, really happy and honored I got to sing. Speaking of moving in unity, did y'all see the viral Haka protest that happened in New Zealand? Child, last week down to the parliament meeting for New Zealand, the indigenous people, the Maori people were present at the parliament. And I guess there is a bill or a treaty that's coming up where parliament is basically trying to reduce the Maori people's rights and reduce their sovereignty. And baby, the way they was down to the parliament acting up in their ancestors' language, reminding motherfuckers, hey, this land is our land. Okay? Y'all are guests. This clip right here just, oh my gosh. I get chills every time I watch that clip. Like, first of all, whatever the fuck she asking for, give it to her right now. Right now. Epifavit. Give it to her ASAP. I don't give a fuck what she asking for. Whatever that paper was that she shredded and she was shredding it. Shred that shit. Shred all that shit. Shred all that shit. Period. The way these people moved in unity, that's what I would love to see Haitians do. Like, or just there's so many other communities when it's time for them to move and take a stance for what they want. One person speaks up, they all rally behind that person. Like, I was so inspired by this and I fell down the rabbit hole of Haka and I was like, baby, give them people what they asking for. I don't give a fuck what they asking for. Give it to them. I don't know what is being said, but I am in full agreement. Let me know if you've seen the clip of the Haka. I don't know. It just, when I saw this, every time I play that, like all the hairs on my body stand up. Like, it is so inspiring. I was listening to a song, okay? And this is my unsolicited, unpopular opinion. Unsolicited, unpopular opinion. Lovers and Friends, the song does not make sense. So I was listening to the song and I just had an epiphany, like, what the hell is going on with this song? So hold on, let me bring up the lyrics. Child. You know one thing about me, child. One thing about me, I'm gonna read the lyrics now, okay? But I was listening to Lovers and Friends, and so many of us love the song. Like, drop in the comments, let me know. If you're leaving me a review, let me know how you feel about Lovers and Friends. And I'm talking about Lil Jon and Usher. Tell me again, my baby. There will be lovers and friends. Oh, it's a good look, baby. Oh, yeah. That's my song. That's my jam. Let me know if that's your song. But I'm listening to the song and I'm listening to the chorus, right? I'm in the airport this past weekend, listening to the chorus. And there's a point of the song where Lil Jon comes in, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck made Lil Jon get his little ass in that damn booth and do this shit? The song has a certain tempo going, okay? Sometimes I wanna put my issue. Sometimes I wanna put my issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ludacris came in. I don't know the lyrics to what he said. Sometimes I wanna be your lover. Sometimes I wanna be your friend. Sometimes I wanna hold you so that when the record spin. And it feels so comfortable. Just play back then. Now you all grown up like Rudy Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ludacris came in. Of course, you got Usher. Tell me again. Tell me again, my baby, that we'll be lovers and friends. Oh, it's a good look, baby. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then come Lil Jon. I've been knowing you for a long time, but fucking never crossed my mind. But tonight I seen something in you, shawty, that made me want to get with you. You ain't been nothing but a friend of me. And a nigga never dream would be. Up in here screaming, holding, kissing, touching. Up in the back tub, rubber dubbing. Like, what is going on? I need to know the logistics of how this song got made. Like, I need to know who laid down what verse first. Was everybody in the studio at once? Did the song already come with Usher's chorus? And Usher, went out and got some food while everybody else was laying their shit down? Because I want to know what went through the minds of Usher and Ludacris when they heard Lil Jon's part. Because Lil Jon he is rapping on another song. We over here. Tell me again. Tell me again, my baby. I've been knowing you for a long time. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you know what's crazy about it? We all accepted this shit. When this song come on in the club, everybody get hype as hell. I've been knowing you for a long time. Like, I'm talking about everybody in unison. Shawty. But fucking never crossed my mind. Shawty. Like, we just be singing this shit like it's okay, and it's not. I need to know the logistics. I need to know who laid down what verse first. I need to know what was going through Usher Raymond, his minds, his thoughts. I need to know what Ludacris was thinking when they heard Lil Jon's verse. I need to know that. I need to know that. Am I the only one who's listened to Lovers and Friends and thought that shit? Like, what was going on with Lil Jon? All right, y'all. Just a couple things. Let's continue. Let's get into just a couple things. So, congratulations are in order. Congratulations are in order, child. Last week, it was reported that this particular couple had broken up. But it looks like congratulations are in order. Jonathan Luther King Majors Jr. III and Megan Coretta Scott King Jr. II are engaged. Congratulations. It couldn't be me. Baby, I could never be somebody's cleanup woman. But congratulations. Congratulations, though. Clap if you like this couple. All right. Congratulations. I'm happy for him. He finally found his Coretta Scott King. Okay? He finally found his Coretta. They were down to the Ebony Power 100 dinner this past weekend. They looked great. They look happy. Jonathan is finally dressing his age. That man is a young 35-year-old. He's finally dressing like he is in this year, in this century. It looks like he finally put his Frederick Douglass boots to the side, his Nat Turner clothing to the side, and he has decided to join us in the year 2024. And he looks excited. He looks happy. Megan got what she wanted. Last week, I played you guys a snippet of her People magazine interview where she said her friends, family members, everyone told her not to date this man, including Jonathan. Jonathan also told Megan Coretta Scott King Jr. II not to date him. But Megan Coretta Scott King Jr. Good II decided to go against his wishes and still pursue him because, in her words, people have a perception of who he likes to date, and that's not true. So she wanted to convince us that he doesn't only date white women, okay? She took that honor upon herself, and she decided to let this man court her in court during his active domestic violence court case, okay? And in between time, he was able to court her down to the Red Lobsters. We did see the paparazzi pictures of that as well. Baby, she got what she wanted. If they like it, I love it. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa. I'm loving it. Loving it. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Jonathan Luther King Majors Jr. II and Megan Coretta Scott King Jr. III and their union. Somebody on my thread said, boy, that wedding reception gonna be a shindig, ain't it? And then they was playing all the videos of Jonathan doing the shuck and jive, and I don't know if he's doing fraternity moves or whatever. It's giving shotgun, shoot it for it, run now. That wedding gonna be a shindig for real. Y'all think I'm gonna get invited? All right, next. What happened over the weekend too? Just a couple things. Mike Tyson. Did y'all see the Mike Tyson fight? Am I the only one who had no idea who Jake Paul was? I had no idea who this man was. And I put that on my threads, and people were like, oh my God, we would love to be in that corner of the internet where you are. Because how the fuck do you not know who Jake Paul is? Then they said his brother's name. I was like, and who is that? I don't know these people. Sorry to this man. I do not know these people, but apparently Jake Paul is a YouTuber and a streamer who's made millions. I guess he's like a Mr. Beast type of person. And, you know, him and Mike Tyson had that fight. It was such a waste of time. Netflix couldn't get their live, they couldn't configure the live situation, so it kept flicking. And, you know, then you got Mike Tyson showing off his cheeks, like in the locker room. Like, it was a lot going on. And I'm sorry. I'm happy for Mike Tyson that he got his little $20 million, or not little. I'm happy that he got his $20 million deal, but I feel like he should have made it worth it. Like, you got the other boy coming out to, I could feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. And then you got Mike Tyson coming in, no music, no entourage, no nothing. I said, oh, he gonna beat this little boy ass. Yes. He gonna beat this little boy ass, and he gonna get himself a mouthful of ear meat tonight in the name of our ancestors. And baby boy, was I disappointed. What the fuck? So disappointed. Let me know what y'all thought about that. I thought that was just whack. Just wiggity, wiggity, wiggity whack. I was expecting a real fight. And, you know, some people were saying, damn, black people been taking some big losses in November, baby. First Kamala, now this. We might as well head down to the Capitol. Baby. What else happened? Over the weekend, there was news relating to Denzel D. Washington. He's been making his Gladiator press run. And honestly, his press run has been one of the best press runs I've seen in a minute. I think Denzel, being in the business for 40 years, he's just at that point where he don't give a fuck. Like, he just want to spill all the tea. He want to give you all the gems, all the jewels. He just wants to talk and just not be interrupted. He just wants to spill it all. And there was one interview that he did, I think, while he was in the UK, and someone asked him about, like, does he still get nervous auditioning? He's like, I haven't auditioned in 30 years. I was like, period. And period. Period. Pool. Okay? Because these directors need to be auditioning for his ass, point blank, period. Denzel is the type of person you write the script for him. Baby, you're not auditioning Denzel. You are auditioning for Denzel, point blank, period. He also said that Ryan Coogler is coming up with a role for him in Black Panther. Now, you know what's crazy? Because the last Black Panther, it left off with Toussaint Louverture at the end. So it was a little kid who was named Toussaint in remembrance of, so it gave a little Haitian vibe at the end, point blank, period. Is Denzel gonna be Haitian? Because I'm here for that. Give me a little sapase. I'm good. Okay? But what's fucked up about it is I'm still not over Angela Bassett's character dying off like that. Like I first Chadwick, and I know Chadwick was a real, but it's like it was too much. Now Ryan, y'all was doing way too much with that. Just way too much. Way too much. Okay? So now you're gonna have Angela Bassett exit stage left and bring in Denzel. I'm sorry, like them two should have been in it together. Like, what? I'm disappointed, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see what Denzel comes up with that. Also on his press run, Denzel said that there is a deleted scene of him kissing a man, getting his moonlight on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find an interview. Hold on.
I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken. I kissed the guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that yet.
Hold on. Clap if you're ready to see Denzel kiss another man. I'm clapping. I'm sorry. I'm intrigued now. Now I feel like I was robbed and I ain't even see the movie yet. I want to see this shit. Somebody, hey, grab the tape. Let's go air that shit out. I want to see it. I want to fucking see it. Somebody was like, kudos to him for saying that, because it sounded like they didn't put it in the movie but was going to use it for blackmail later on. I'm screaming. But Denzel revealed that he kissed a man. And he sounded disappointed that they cut it out. But then last night during the press run, he said this.
He said people got...
Well, actually, this is the director.
Denzel said he kissed the man on the lips, but it didn't make the final cut.
No, that's bullshit. It was a senator. They never did. They acted the moment and didn't happen.
I have questions. And then Denzel had this to say.
It's much ado about nothing. Right. It really is much ado about nothing. You know, they're making more of it than it was. I kissed him on his hands. I gave him a peck, and I killed him.
Okay.
So what the fuck is going on? This is weird. Denzel said confidently he kissed a man full on the lips, and now you see him say, "Oh, it's about nothing. It was about nothing." And then you got the director of the movie, people saying, "Yeah, this didn't happen." So what's going on? Denzel is not a liar. I don't know. It's something off about this. Anyway, I would be intrigued to see Denzel get his moonlight on. That's just me. I know everybody ain't interested in that, but shit, why not? Denzel is seasoned. I feel like at this point in his career, that man don't give a fuck. He'll do whatever. Fuck it. And I respect it. Okay, what else happened, child? Let's get back into Jess a couple things. Jess a couple things, yeah. Let's get into today's story time. Y'all, I came across this story. It was all over my TikTok. And then I saw it come up on my YouTube algorithm because so many people were watching it. But it's this story time. I think a lot of y'all already are going to know what I'm talking about before I even say her name, child. But If I show you this picture, you know exactly where I'm headed. If y'all see this picture right here, y'all know where I'm headed. It's this YouTuber by the name of Isis, and she has a channel that is dedicated to basically showing women how to become trophy wives. It's basically like a hypergamous channel or a hypergamy channel where it teaches women to date men with a lot of money, like coaching women how to be more hypergamous and all that stuff, which I have. Drop down in comments and let me know if you've ever bought into any of these hypergamy channels. I mean, I watch stuff here and there, but I have never bought into the hypergamy channels, the sprinkle, I've just never bought into any of that. And simple reason being because, bitch, I'm me. Bitch, I'm me. I am me. I really can't help but to be myself. And of course, with time, you grow and you change, you shift. And I've learned a lot of lessons when it comes to dating, which is why I'm so happy I'm in the relationship that I'm in now. But even now, sometimes like people have asked me, "Oh, talk about this, talk about that." No, I'm not. You're not ever gonna see me. Oh, you should do this or you should do that. I can give like general advice, but I would never have like a channel dedicated to teaching women how to date, teaching women how to have certain men. I just think that all of that is a fucking scam. And a lot of the times, these people who are teaching you how to do this are not really living that life. And ISIS is a cautionary tale of that. A prime example of a woman sitting up online knowing damn well that she is not living the life that she portrays to live. And so anyway, let's get into the story. So Isis put up a video, which let me give you guys a trigger warning now that you're at this point of the episode. If you are a victim of SA, just like me, this really might be very, very triggering for you. So you might want to be cautious with the rest of the episode. Listen at your own risk. I'm giving you a trigger warning that we're headed into that territory, but this story time needs to be discussed. Like, we need to be having this conversation because too many women are in this position. So anyway, she dropped this video on YouTube, but I'm going to play a snippet of it.
I was changing my daughter. I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. My first thought was, did someone touch her? I asked her, I said, "Baby, did somebody touch you?" And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
That's just a small bit. The video is, I believe, like 20 minutes. Wow. When I watched the video, first of all, I'm like, wow, kudos to her for getting the fuck out of there immediately, because unfortunately, there are a lot of women who are married to men who they know are abusing their children, and they still stay for hypergamous reasons and other reasons, of course. Sometimes they're being abused as well, whether it be physical, whether it be emotional, whether it be financial, But a lot of the times, too, they stay for hypergamous reasons. So kudos to her for getting the fuck out of there and getting her kids out of there and believing her children, too, because a lot of y'all don't be believing y'all kids when y'all kids let you know that they're being abused sexually. Especially by someone as close as their parent, which is, it's always mind-boggling to me, because why would a child lie about that? Just that whenever I see those types of stories and I see the mother didn't believe, it's like, why would your child come up with something like that? Just why? Just why? Kudos to her too for not pewing him, because baby, I'd be behind bars. I would have dropped my kids off at my sister's house, and then I would have had to pirouette back on over there. Oh, ASAP. Baby, you are not staying on this planet. One of us got to leave. It's too tight up in this bitch. One of us has to make an exit. Immediately. Baby, but kudos to her for being rational. And basically, from what it sounds like, I guess I'm just surmising based on the fact that she was escorted by the police, that maybe we can assume that her husband is in police custody. I don't know. I don't know who her husband is, other than this crusty ass picture, and I think a wedding picture that she has also online, which it's just. But the thing though is, I saw this video, and of course I had to go digging. And I might dig a little further, because I feel like her husband needs to be exposed, because people need to know. Like, people need to know that this monster is on the streets. And the reason for that too is because we need street justice. Because unfortunately, I've watched so much true crime, baby. It's going to take a lot for this man to really be reprimanded by the law. Like child abuse, whether it be physical, sexual, the consequences for that by law are just astoundingly stupid, which is why a lot of these child abusers are repeat offenders. They repeat it. First of all, it's a sickness. And then second of all, that they know that they're not going to get punished for real. So they're going to keep doing it. But I did some digging, and I found another video of this girl. So again, remember, she had a hypergamy channel, and she gives this story time about how she came to be with her husband. So let me just play this little short snippet.
I told my husband, I was like, hey, it was so embarrassing to admit, but I was like, I need a place to stay because my lease is ending and I just broke up with my boyfriend. And he was saying, well, if you're going to live with me, it's going to be as my wife, not as my girlfriend.
Again, that was a small snippet, literally. It's from another video, but it's a snippet of her giving the origin story of how she got with her now husband, right? Now, before we dissect that, going back to the video where she talks about the fact that she was changing her daughter's diaper and she noticed the redness and the sensitivity, and obviously it came out that, he had been violating her daughter. The daughter said it to her. Then she went to the hospital. They did a kit on the doctor, and they were able to solidify that, yes, both of your daughters actually have been violated by this man. When you watch that video on the screen, she actually shares in written form, though it's really quick, but she actually shares that early on in her marriage with this man violated her as well sexually 4 times. Very early on in their relationship, this man violated her. Okay? She also shares that she is the result of her mother being violated. All right? All you people that voted for Trump, right? Her mother was sexually violated, and she's a result of that. That's part of the reason why women want the right to have abortions, because unfortunately, sexual violations happen a lot. And so, yeah, she's the actual result of a sexual violation. She also talked about the fact that as a child, she was violated by her neighbor's husband. And so that was always something that she did not want her daughters to experience. In that same video, too, where she talks about their origin story, I'm not going to play the whole video, but she talks about the fact that she became a mother at 17. So she had 2 sons, I believe, by the time she was 20. And then she, years later, she's dating around. She doesn't stay with that guy. Years later, she meets her now husband on eHarmony. Okay. So they meet on eHarmony. They start dating. Like she said in the video, it felt very natural, but then they stopped talking for a little minute and she starts dating this other guy because this other guy was quote unquote investing a lot into her. So basically he was spending money on her. And in the video, I found this interesting because she said she was making $90K a year. So I'm like, if you have 2 kids, you're 24, you're making $90K a year, why is a guy spending money on you such a thing? Like, I mean, we all want a man who has money, right? Like, let's just be honest. You would like for your man to have money. But I'm just thinking, 24 years old, making $90,000 a year, I wouldn't be going crazy for a man spending money on me. I don't know. That's just me. I remember who I was in my 20s, and that wasn't it. But anyway, to each their own. But she says he was spending money on her, and so she stopped talking to her now husband. And she moved in with this guy with her 2 sons. All right. So what happened is that she realized that while living with that man, she realized that man wasn't really embracing her children. He was just tolerating them because he wanted to be with her. And so she ended things with him. And by chance, her husband now calls her and she tells her husband, oh, I just broke up with my man and, my lease is about to end. I need a place to stay. And he's like, well, you can come live with me. You and your kids can come live with me, but you're going to be my wife. In the video, she even states that he told her, you would have to live with me as my wife, not as my girlfriend. She goes and she buys a $300 ring, a wedding ring for this man, to light a fire up his ass. She says this in the video. I bought him a $300 ring to light a fire up his ass to make sure he wasn't bluffing me, right? And so they marry within a week at a courthouse. Mind you, she hadn't seen this man in a long time. She moves into this man's house with her children. And let me tell you something, sister, I hope you got them sons checked too. I think a lot of times people don't think that they think boys don't get violated. They do. They do. I hope you got your sons checked too. She moves in with this man. They have 2 daughters together, 2 and 4. And for me, while I think this man needs to be under the jail, I think this man should have been, to be honest, tortured to death. For me, I think that sexual violators, their sentences need to be harsh as hell. Like, I think anybody who violates a child should be tortured for the rest of their lives. Like, you should be in prison in the most disgusting conditions. The most disgusting conditions. Like, you should want to get rid of yourself, but be in such misery because you cannot. That is my personal belief. Because I'm a victim of that as a child. I'm a victim of it as an adult. And I've just watched way too much true crime to see that these people who do this, men and women, have a disease that nobody can cure. There's no therapy that can cure it. They want to violate children, period. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. So people like that need to be tortured for the rest of their lives. I don't care what you think. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. Don't care. I think people who violate children should have their toenails plucked one by one and be force-fed those toenails, followed by their own feces. I don't give a fuck. That's where I stand. I don't care. Don't care what anybody has to say about that shit. I think this man should be forced to feed on his own feces for the rest of his life. But also, I have a lot of smoke for this lady. I have a lot of smoke for this lady because it's never that serious. Hypergamy is never this fucking serious for you to have total disregard for common sense, total disregard for the safety of your children, and total disregard for your own safety. Because for you to say that this man was violating you very early on, and for you to turn around and give him more children, I question that. Now, I know victims don't always behave how they should, but the reason why I have a lot of smoke for ISIS is because now I can go to your YouTube channel or I can go to TikTok and I can see that you have been giving hypergamy advice throughout this experience. You knew you were being violated, but you got your ass online and you were coaching women to live a life that you know fucking well you weren't fucking living. And I just, for me, unplug the microphones. Unplug the microphone. Keep mine on, though. Keep mine on. Keep mine on, though. But unplug the microphones. Unplug the microphones and go to www.indeed.com and get a job. Because y'all are sitting online and y'all are not who you are posting to be. You getting your happy ass online and you are coaching women to live a life that you know you're not fucking living. And to me, that is dangerous as hell. Dangerous as hell. It's never that fucking deep. It's never that fucking deep. You bitches need to get jobs. Get a job. Like dead ass. Get a fucking job. I'm tired of y'all hoes. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of this hypergamy shit. I'm tired of this low value, high maintenance, high value man, low functioning man. Shut that shit the fuck up. Everybody get a fucking job. Okay? Unplug the microphones. Unplug the microphones and go to www.careerbuilder.com and get a job. Keep my microphone on, though. Is my shit still plugged in? Keep my shit plugged in. Keep my shit plugged in. Y'all have not had a serious conversation in centuries. I'm so fucking tired. I'm tired of the hypergamy channels. I'm tired of the dating channels. I'm tired of tonight's conversation. Just the other day, I was looking at this clip. Let me show y'all this clip.
Could he possibly like me more than his girlfriend? And could I possibly be dumb to think that it's...
Well, he might absolutely like you more than his girlfriend. That do not mean he want to be with you.
Women are paying money. Like, I just want y'all to get the visuals. This woman paid money, put her good wig on. This woman paid money, put her good wig on, drew her eyebrows on, pasted her lashes on, put some heels on, got really pretty, spent money to go sit in front of a panel to ask a man, well, I mean, is it possible that, this man that I'm dating, he has a girlfriend, but is it possible that he likes me more than he likes his girlfriend? Like, what the fuck? What is happening? You needed to pay money? Put gas in your car? You needed to pay money to go ask that dumbass question? That's what's wrong with y'all hoes now. Like, it's pathetic. It is pathetic. Let's be for real. It is pathetic. All like the hypergamy, the dating advice, like women are paying to hear dating advice from single men with receding hairlines. No education. Their means of income is you. They're betting on your desperate ass to pay money to come to their conference or their book signing or their meetup. Name them. All these Derek Jackson ass niggas, they're scamming y'all. These hypergamy it's a lie. It is all a lie. And I want every microphone unplugged. I want every microphone unplugged except mine. Except mine. Put my microphone on the plug. Keep my shit plugged in. Plug it in, plug it in. Keep my shit plugged in. But all this is a fucking scam to me. And it's been very, very sad. I mean, her story, ISIS's story is heartbreaking, but I'm sorry, I got smoke for you too, sister, because you knew you were going through this and you were still creating the content. And then even at the end of her video, she's like, I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be. Bitch, delete the channel. I don't want to hear nothing else from you. You need to go be with your children. You need to go be with your children. And I've seen people say, oh, well, now you can teach about red flags. No, ma'am. She cannot. She cannot. She needs to go be with her children. She needs therapy. Them children need therapy. Go be with your kids. The future of your channel is ain't no channel. Ain't no channel. I don't know what the future of this channel is. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. I really want that son of a... Ooh. That husband needs to be exposed ASAP. 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 All right, y'all. Before I get out of here, Lord Jesus. That story was just so horrible. You know what else comes to my mind too is men like that, they know how to find the perfect victim. ISIS, you were the perfect victim. You were looking for a place to stay. You should never, your reason for being with a man should never be for a place to stay, especially when you have children. You mothers who be playing that dirty game, that scary game of moving in with these men that you hardly know with your children. Ha! Hey, it was perfect victim. You were the perfect victim. Perfect victim. Perfect victim. And then y'all don't be doing no background checks on these men. Baby, the way I will run a background check on you, get a PI service, run it up. I need to know. I need to know what your finances look like. I can't just take your word for that. I need to know. Getting married to a man that you had to get with for a place to stay within a week is insane, especially if you have children. You did no research. Shit, for all we know, this man has been doing this to children. We might see another story time pop up about this man. Background check, ladies. Background checks. All right, before I get out of here, y'all, let me do I suggest. Set it off, I suggest. All right, y'all. So I got this email from one of the sisters looking for some advice. Of course, I'm going to keep you anonymous. All right. It says the following. I'm a 43-year-old woman, single with no children. I have been in love with one of my friends for 20 years. We met back in 2004. He stated that he did not want a relationship with anyone, but we remained friends. Throughout the years, he has been in a few relationships that produced a few children. We started hanging out again at the end of last year, and my feelings started back strong for him. However, since he has had consecutive relationships back to back to back to back, he now states that he wants time to himself and does not want a relationship again. Shake my head. The reason that I care for this man so much is because he is my male best friend. I've done more with him than I have with previous relationships. What does that mean, girl? He is handsome, smart, a great father, and most of all, he is the most honest and transparent man I've ever met. He tells me his opinion regardless, even if it's something I want to hear or not. I can tell that he really cares about me just by the little things. And even if I need anything, he always comes through for me. I really want to tell him how I feel, even though he probably already knows. However, I'm scared that if I tell him, he will not come around anymore. Do you know what I should do, sis? By the way, I'm so happy and proud of you. Keep aiming for the skies. Love you, sis. Love you too. I'm about to give you some harsh advice, though. You're playing yourself. Mr. I don't want a relationship doesn't want a relationship with you. For 20 years, you have watched this man be in and out of relationships, but he's never wanted one with you. Okay? You told him you wanted one back then, and you stuck around, and you've done more things with him than you've ever done in any other relationships. So you're already telling me he fucking, he's getting all the benefits, he's getting the milk without the cow. And he's done it for 2 decades, girl. Like, no. He doesn't want a relationship with you. He knows you love him. He knows you are madly in love with him. And he also knows that he can play in your face because he's been playing in your face for 20 years. Okay? Put your walking boots on and get the fuck ASAP. You are playing in your own face at this point. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit for you. You're playing in your own face. At this point, he's not even playing in your face. You're playing in your own face at this point. 20 years? 20 years? You're 43. I don't know if you have kids. You're 43, single. So since your 20s, hey, well, 2 decades is insane. Get the fuck on, okay? You still young. 43 is young. I'm sure you look good, especially if you black, because black don't crack unless you smoke it, okay? Black don't crack unless you smoke it. So I'm pretty sure you still look good. Go on about your business. Go find you somebody who actually really loves you. That man don't love you. He doesn't care about you. Any man who could string you along for 20 years actually does not like you and thinks the very least of you. I love you though, but I'm going to tell you the truth. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Just a Couple Things, child. It was a heavy one, but Lord. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Again, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see my visuals, and also subscribe to Just a Couple Things on every platform that streams podcasts. And meet me back here next week. Same time, same place. I know it's Thanksgiving, but you know what? I might have a little surprise for y'all. Don't count me out. Might have a little surprise for y'all, so stay tuned. But anyway, y'all, love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you guys for the next episode of Just a Couple Things podcast. Bye.
Pioneer.